So I just heard about the Bondi Beach thing a couple hours ago. It was 4 a.m. here in Texas. One of my Australian friends messaged me and I saw it. And obviously, my initial reaction is this is horrific. This is horrible. I prayed for the souls of the people that were killed and for their families. Uh, but then I saw the video of the man disarming the one of the shooters, and I was like, that guy's a and obviously my initial reaction seeing that is this bloke's a fucking champion, mate, right? As they say down there. And then he levels the fucking gun at the guy, and I'm like, blow his fucking brains out. Do it, man. Do it, mate. And then he puts it down, and the other guy just kind of awkwardly wanders off, and there's still another guy on the bridge shooting at people. And at first, I was mad that he put it down, but then I thought about it more, and I'm like, Matt, he's probably never held a gun before. And even if he knew how to, once he disarms the terrorist, even though he's a terrorist, once you take his gun away, he's the victim in Australian law, because then the power differential is not even. Because you can only, in my understanding of their rules, you could only defend yourself with a gun if it was like the other guy's also got the same exact gun, like in The Matrix where Agent Smith and Neo are pointing them both at each other. Like maybe that would be legal. You'd still probably do some time, but you wouldn't go in forever. But yeah, my understanding is if he'd have shot that guy and then shot the other guy on the bridge and maybe potentially saved some people's lives, it's still illegal. That's a bummer. And I'm not trying to make it about that, but anytime there is a shooting, they always make it about, well, the reason this guy killed these people is because he had access to a firearm. It's not because he's a psychopath who wanted to kill these people. It's because the gun told him to do it. That's what they tell us here when that happens here. So good on him, mate, for not doing it. Even though I feel like he should have. And I feel like that's equal force. Like you just shot fucking 18 people or whatever it is. You deserve one too, mate. But the guy's a fucking champion for tackling that son of a bitch and taking that shotgun out of his hands. And you know what? It is good that he had a long barrel, because then he wasn't able to get it up to him and he was able to point it away. So I guess their tyrannical gun laws did help, because they're fighting over a much longer gun. But you know what? I mean, the guy could have sawed the barrel off. So I mean, the laws are only the people only obey the law that they obey. Like there's a shotgun right over here that's like 110 years old. It was my buddy's grandpa's that had the barrel sawed off. But his grandpa, even back then, sawed it at 18 and a half inches, so I can still have it now. Otherwise, I'd have to throw it away. But if I welded a water pipe to it and made it an inch longer, if it was too short, then it would be legal. So to me, all that shit is dumb. But like I said, I'm not trying to make it about the gun thing, but that's what I know about more so than I know about the internal relations between the Israelis and the Muslims in Australia, although I can probably guess how that goes. But yeah, it's time to stop letting in so many people that want to kill you. And it's a bummer that the whole war between Jews and Muslims has to happen in everyone else's country too. And I don't know that you're allowed to say any more about that in Australia, about immigration, especially about that one group, because they are protected. But I would just pray for all of them and pray that one day everybody in Australia knows how to use a firearm and has one. Not so they can hunt wallabies and, be a bunch of drunk bogans, but like, so when this shit, because hey, in Israel, everybody's walking around with the latest shit kitted out, ready to defend themselves. And for whatever reason there, it's okay. They're allowed to. So maybe if Australia became more like Israel in that way, where everybody had a, semi-automatic or select fire M4, that would be pretty good for y'all, right?